This is the XGIMI Horizon Ultra, a world's first 4K long throw home projector with Dolby Vision. That's right, this is the first long throw projector that's available with Dolby Vision. This thing is awesome, and today I'm going to tell you 3 things that you're going to want to know about this before you decide to buy it or not. Let's jump into the video. Now, first of all, I do want to disclose they did send this out to me so I can honestly review it for you guys, and I honestly gotta confess that delving into the projector specs isn't my forte, nor is it particularly exciting. However, when it comes to using a projector in the comfort of my own home and being able to distinguish what truly captivates my senses and what completely falls flat on its face, that is where my expertise lies. So number one, now that I just said that, let's quickly talk about the projector's impressive features. Talking about the Dolby Vision. Yes, this is the very first long throw projector with Dolby Vision. So you're going to get that Dolby Vision experience, the colors, and it's going to look great. But unfortunately, it's still a projector, and even though it has dual light sources with laser and LED technology and everything, all the spec-wise they want to throw at you, it's still a projector. So first thing that you need to know is that this still is not like a LED TV where you can see it great during the day. So you can see here in my very first setup, yes, you can see the screen during the day. I have the skylights above it and it looks okay. But when you're comparing this to a LED TV that I have mounted there, there is no comparison. Now, when you turn off the lights and it's dark outside, wow, this thing looks amazing. The colors, the details, 4K, all the specs they want to mention and throw at you, this thing has it and it looks amazing. This thing has dual light sources, so it's laser and LED. Who knows what that really means? They say it's going to have the benefits of a laser without the limitations because you have the LEDs, and you don't have the LED limitations because you have the laser. Just gotta tell you, from a general home owner perspective that loves to watch movies, this thing looks awesome, and I could watch this thing for hours and hours and I didn't notice any speckles, no fatigue. It just looked amazing. Now, there is one spec that I do want to talk about really quick, and that is the brightness, because it's such an important spec. They mentioned that this has 2300 ISO lumens, where a lot of other projectors, including their previous model, the Horizon Pro, they rated it with ANSI lumens. So ANSI lumens just stands for the American National Standard Institute, whereas the ISO lumens is the International Organization for Standardization. So there is a calculator online, the 2300 ISO lumens, which converts to 2875 ANSI lumens. So if you're comparing this brightness projector to the previous XGIMI one, which was 2200 ANSI lumens, this one has 2875. So quite a jump in brightness, but unfortunately I don't have that version, so I really can't compare. But I am going to suggest that you have this in a room where you don't have direct sunlight, even though I don't know if you can know this, but I am using a AOR motorized screen here, so it's going to reject some of that skylight, but unfortunately still during the day it doesn't compare to a normal LED TV. So highly suggest that you keep this in a darkened room, or where you can close the shades, or if you have a media room, that is where this projector is really going to shine. However, if you do have some sunlight, and you're going to want to use it on an everyday basis, it's going to do okay. It's just not going to do great. But if you're going to take this outside, which I did test at a movie night with my daughter, I tested this right before sundown, and unfortunately it still was too bright to use whatsoever outdoors in the light. But once it got dark, this thing was amazing outdoors. My screen outdoors is humongous. I don't know how big it is, but this projector can go all the way up to 200 inches without any issue. And I gotta say, outdoors is a whole new experience. But unfortunately, what didn't do well outdoors is the sound. And that is the second thing that you're going to need to know. But understand, I'm not one for specs. This does have Harman Kardon speakers, but unfortunately, it's still just built into this little projector box, which, by the way, this is about 8.5 inches by 10.4 inches, and it's about 6 to 7 inches high. So it's a pretty small box, and it has the quarter thread on the bottom, so you can definitely mount it. As you can see, I've done here. It weighs about 12 pounds, exactly 11.5 exactly. But when it comes to the sound, even though it has Harman Kardon speakers in this thing, it's not extremely loud because, they got to fit small speakers into this projector with everything else. But when you're indoors and you're sitting close to this thing, this sounds great. You can have it all the way up. You're not going to hear any popping. It's just not loud enough to be outside, where I had the blow up screen outside and there was a fan there, and with all the bugs and crickets making noises, it was really hard to hear these two 12-watt speakers that's built into this. Now, they do have optical plugs here, so you can plug this into a sound system. They also have an analog 3.5 millimeter jack, so you can get external speaker, which I tried in a pinch because I was rushing. I just couldn't get it up and running. I had a little portable speaker that I plugged into, and it just didn't produce enough sound. So eventually everything got a little bit quieter. The bugs settled down, the girls settled down, and we were able to watch outside. So if you are going to be using this outside, it is fairly portable, even though it might not be meant to be taken outside, but you can do it because it's only 11.5 pounds. But just understand you're going to have to be close to the speakers and be pretty quiet to hear it over everything else. But indoors, if you're in a media room or if you're in your living room, speakers sound okay, but understand it's still coming from this little box. So I do highly recommend that you hook this up to your surround sound, and that is where you're going to get that movie theater room experience. So you're going to get the Dolby Vision, and if you can get Dolby sound with your surround sound speakers, that is going to be amazing. Now, the third thing that you're going to need to know is about the in-projector entertainment, which it comes with Android TV 11.0. And even though I'm a big Apple fanboy, this Android TV is awesome. You can get everything that you need to stream here. They have every single app. You can even get Netflix. There's a little card that shows you how to install the Netflix app because it's not through the Google Play Store, but it's really, really easy to do. You can get all the other apps that you're going to want to have: HBO, Showtime, Prime, Hulu, and it even has the Apple TV app, so you can watch all your favorite Apple TV shows and movies. It does use the Wi-Fi 6-band, dual band, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, and I had no connection issues whatsoever. I gotta love all the built-in entertainment. Obviously, there's the inputs, HDMI, and a bunch of USB ports in the back, so you can get different media into here. But if you're just using the Wi-Fi and the Android TV, you're going to be perfect and be entertained forever. It also has the Android screen mirroring with your Android phone. You can also screen mirror from your iPhone. You do have to download additional app for that, but it's really easy to set up and put on your Wi-Fi. But that is also a possibility if you are an iPhone user like I am. Overall, this thing is awesome. It is definitely worth the price. It comes with the remote, and everything that you need. You got this thing set up in no time, no matter how you're mounting this. You can have it in the front, you can have it in the rear, you can mount it on the front ceiling, the rear ceiling. So many different possibilities, and this thing is going to look awesome, and you're going to have hours and hours of entertainment without that eye fatigue or the spotting from a laser because of that dual light source. And because of that Dolby Vision, this thing is going to look great on your projector screen, and I highly recommend this. Hope this video was helpful. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.